Welcome back to Mirror and Thread. Today's video is a little bit different than my normal content, but I have gotten so many requests from you guys to share my makeup routine or skincare routine, and you've left me the sweetest comments about my skin, so thank you for that. But just so you know, this has been a long journey to get my skin to where it is. So I currently have no skincare, no makeup on. I struggled with my skin for years. I had lots of acne difficulties, obviously in my teen years. I think maybe we all did. But then that kind of persisted. I was having some gut issues and things, and then getting pregnant and all of that. It was just a complete mess on my skin. And then add in the cancer journey, and y'all, I thought my skin was never going to recover from that. Like all those toxins and all of the meds and just different things. I had acne, it was swollen, it was puffy, it was so dry. My lips were literally cracking. I had spots on my nose that were so dry all the time. Like I just thought, I guess this is the end of my skin ever looking good again. And I actually feel like, believe it or not, it is in the best place it's been maybe in my entire life, and I can't believe it myself, but I'm very grateful. And I thought I would go through some of the things I started adding into my skincare routine, and it is the makeup. I do feel like I worked really hard on kind of figuring my makeup skills out while my hair was gone, because I just had more time in the morning to devote to makeup. But it's also mainly, I feel like, the skincare and the things that I did to kind of get my skin to a healthier place so that the makeup goes on looking nice. So I'm gonna run through everything. I will link everything on the shoppable tags you can see right there in the video, and you can also catch things in the description. Let me know if you have any questions or anything in the comments as well. These are some of the first things that I added, and if you have not heard of the brand Medicube, I cannot recommend it enough. This is a Korean skincare line. I think I saw something on TikTok that originally made me purchase this vitamin C cream. It was the first thing I tried from them, and I swear I saw immediate differences in my skin. So this is a capsule cream. I've almost used this all, but I'll put a little bit on. It has these little, you can't really see them now because I've used so much of it. It has these little yellow capsules in there of vitamin C, and it's like a jelly cream. So it's very, very thick. I use this in the morning, and I swear this made the biggest difference on the brightness of my skin and that glow and the hydration factor. So it's like you get all the good things in one, because it is so hydrating, because it is this kind of jelly cream and it's not like a more classic lotion. It does go on pretty thick, so you do not need very much of this. And I kind of like to alternate through my skincare options. I don't do these all at the same time. So I will do maybe one night, one another night, and then I typically do something different in the morning. So this is my favorite thing to do in the morning. It feels and smells very fresh, and I just like the brightening before I go to put my makeup on. So I just put it on for the first time. Always go down on my neck as well, because my mom is in her 50s and she's like, you gotta start paying attention to your neck sooner. She's like, I wish I would have had someone in their 50s tell me to start putting skincare and all the good things on my neck as well. It's just kind of an easily neglected area. But this stuff is so affordable for what it does. Skincare can really absolutely skyrocket on the price, and I feel like this is just as nice as things that I have spent much more money on and I've seen really good results from. The other thing I do this at night a lot, is their collagen jelly cream. This is another one that's really thick and very hydrating. Does not take much. I'm not gonna put it on because I don't like to layer them. This would be last step in the skincare routine. I typically do forgot to bring this out, but I usually use a wash of some sort of cleanser. Dime Beauty has a really good one that I like. That's clean ingredient. There's a couple, you could do like an exfoliating wash, really whatever natural cleanser you like to use. I would do that. And then these I use in place of like a moisturizer. So I would do this one at night, this one in the morning most days. And then the other thing you have got to try, these have gone viral so many times, are these Zero Pore Pads. This is a toning pad. These are so amazing and they are so affordable. I think you get 70 pads in this. It comes with the little clippers and they're basically like a makeup remover pad, but they do have this toner in it. Let's see what all it even says. AHA, BHA, sodium hyaluronate. I don't know. I don't know what's in them. I'm not a chemist. I don't know that much about ingredients. All I know is I started using these and immediately saw a difference in my skin. And it's also amazing to me that even after a cleanser, I can use this and I'm still getting a lot of excess makeup off. And I feel like I don't even put that much makeup on. So I don't know, they just do a really effective job. I've seen a lot of people say they use these only on their nose. I use this thing all over. I do my neck, I do everything, and it just gives your skin such good clarity. And this is what I would do, let that dry a little bit and then do either a moisturizer or one of these two, night or morning. I tend to do these once, maybe twice a day, maybe night, maybe morning, usually just at night. The other thing I have to mention, because it is a splurge, these are very much trending right now. This is an LED red light, blue light mask. This is from Sharp Beauty, and this thing is maybe my favorite contraption. It looks like a horror mask, but it is so amazing for anti-aging, for fine lines and wrinkles, and for acne. So they actually have different routines you can pick on here. I always do the skin clearing one, which is specifically designed for people that are prone to breakouts or acne, which would be my skin. And this just helps heal the skin. It is incredible. I've only been using this for a couple of weeks and I can already see such a big difference. And also, this is my favorite time of day when I do my mask. I have that Headspace app on my phone and I always set up a meditation while I'm doing this. And it goes for 8 minutes and it is the most glorious 8 minutes of my day. I look forward to it every day. I usually do mine first thing in the morning because you don't want any skincare on when you do it. That's what helps it be the most effective. So I usually do it in the morning before I put moisturizers or anything on. You can do it at night as well. But one thing I love about this mask is it has these cooling pads underneath the eyes, and this is amazing. It feels like a spa day. So it's functional because it's also depuffing that area. If you have any swelling, it's brightening that area and cooling it. So it also makes your skin look better. But to me, the main thing is it just feels amazing, especially with the red light, because that can get really kind of warm and it doesn't feel hot, but it just feels nice and warm. And then you have that with the cooling under the eyes, and it is just like the most glorious experience. But I'll turn this on to kind of show you what it looks like. It has this, so you just charge it. And like I said, you can do the different routines. So I do the skin clearing routine. So it starts out with a blue light, and then it's going to switch midway through into a red light. I'll put it on just so you can see. You can also adjust these straps. And also it makes a fun horror mask if you want to scare the crap out of your spouse or your children. The kids caught me in this the other day and they both about had to come apart. They were like, what is that? I'm terrified. So it doubles as that. But I love, love, love this thing. This is something, if you have a lot of Christmas money or you're wanting something that you just feel like is gonna make a huge difference in your skin, I would say this is very much worth the splurge. I'm gonna move into doing my makeup here. I do have a couple of other like skincare masks and things that I do just at random times. I like to do them more consistently, but I'd say maybe once every couple of weeks I'll do them. So I'll go through those in a minute. The makeup routine has also been a work in progress for a long, long time. And I feel like I finally figured out what I like best. I don't want like a super cakey, very makeup-y look. I want it to look natural. And honestly, I do this every day, and I do it even if I have a nice event. Maybe I just like bump it up a little bit, the amount that I'm putting on, but pretty much this is my routine regardless. This is the Ilia True Skin Concealer. Ilia is a fantastic clean, non-toxic ingredient beauty brand that I love, and they have several like foundations, concealers, and things that I really like. This one is the color Chicory. It's SC1. It's a little bit light on me right now because I have a spray tan, but this is typically my best color. So I do a little under the eyes. I've got like some dark spots. I kind of just do a small dose of this everywhere. And then I've got to tell you, if you only buy one thing from this video that you want to make the biggest difference in your skincare, your beauty, whatever, get these BK Beauty brushes. This was the single like most important thing that changed my makeup game. They are such good quality, and the way that they blend is unlike any other brush I have ever tried. So this is the 115. I usually use this one for concealer because it works really well to kind of get that under the eye area. So this just gives everything a nice kind of bright look. It doesn't, and it gives you a little bit of coverage. It's not the heaviest coverage in the world. I usually do a little bit heavier coverage on my foundation, so I don't want it to feel super cakey, but this feels really nice and natural on, and it doesn't feel cakey at all. And all my makeup things look very used because this is genuinely what I use every single day. This is almost gone. This is the Tarte Found Sealer foundation. This is like a pretty full coverage foundation, which I like. Based on what you like, you might like something. Ilia has a really good one that's a little bit lighter. That's got some SPF in it. This one's got SPF 20 in it. And I get the color 27 in, just for reference. Then I'm using 116 on the BK Beauty brushes, and I'm gonna link this one and the other like single ones that I use, and then just a set of them. That's really nice to have as well if you just want to get a full set. Like I said, I highly recommend their brushes. They're just the best for blending. That is it on the foundation. You can see it has a nice glow to it, but honestly, I feel like that is more about the skincare and just kind of having that underlying healthy skin that gives it that kind of luminous look, even more than like putting a ton of highlighter on. The other thing that was my biggest makeup glow up was adding this Dibs bronzer blush stick. This is a cream bronzer and cream blush, and I get the color, it says number 3. I think it's full deets for the blush, spill the tea for the bronzer, but it's not a super dark one. It's a really pretty color, and then this is the blush color, and the combo of this with the BK Beauty brush will absolutely revolutionize your makeup game, I promise you. I usually do cheeks, a little bit on the nose, a little under the chin, and a little on the forehead for the bronzer, and then you can just go in, and it's all gonna blend really nicely together on the cheek. You can go in right over the top of that with the blush, and it will blend super beautifully and nicely. This has a glow to it as well, so it's kind of like a built-in bronzer, blush, and highlighter, which I love. Simplifies the routine and makes everything super quick. Probably my favorite of the BK Beauty brushes is the 101. It's so thick and angled, and it is perfect for blending in bronzer. Just gives you that little bit of depth to the skin. I'm not like crazy about a ton of contouring, but I feel like this just gives it that little bit of depth, that little bit of glow that looks really, really nice. You can see on the cheek here how pretty the color is of this. See that glow though? It's like a built-in highlighter. I just am obsessed with this. I've tried lots of different colors of this Dibs Beauty Stick, and honestly, they're all amazing. I do one that's like a little bit more peachy in the summertime, and I love how that looks too, so you really can't go wrong with this. Honestly, you could stop there, throw a lip gloss on, and pretty much be done for the day. But I do like to go in with a different powder blush over the top. This is a Tarte palette, and I typically use the color Gemstone. I don't know if this exact palette is available. I think this might have been a special holiday one, but they have all these as individual ones as well. And again, you kind of can't go wrong. It's really just whatever color you like, what your undertones lend well to. So I usually use my Dibs brush for this, or one of the BK Beauty brushes. Anything that's like a kind of thinner angled brush is really nice for blush, and you want to go right on the cheekbone, or that's what I do. And that's it for face. I started getting addicted to this Anastasia Beverly Hills brow gel when my brows were gone from chemo, and I still use it now. I get the color Espresso. It's a tinted brow gel, and it just gives a little bit of additional color and depth to the brows. I don't want something crazy. You can kind of see the difference there. Just gives it a little bit of a darker color. Since my hair is dark now, this is my natural hair color, which I discovered. I used to always dye it blonde or who knows what color. I started dyeing my hair when I was so young that seeing it come in this dark, I was kind of surprised, but I love it. And I think this helps just kind of bring the depth to the eyebrows as well. For lips, this is always my favorite thing. If I'm ever going to buy a makeup, it's probably going to be something for the lips. I like trying different colors. The color I always come back to though, always, is my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. This is the original matte. I think they call it nude pink. I just love this stuff, and they have a matching lip liner that you can do. But one thing I've started recently trying is doing a different color liner with the lipstick, and I really like how that looks. So I also got these from Dibs. This one is XOXO. It's a light pink. For winter and fall, this has been my favorite. The color is Debrief. It's a little bit more of a dark, kind of mauve-y pink, but it brings a little bit of additional depth to the Charlotte Tilbury, which is a very nude mauve. Forgive me because my mirror is so far away that I feel like I can't actually see myself do this. I'm gonna have to hold this little mirror for the liner. So there is just the liner, and one thing I love about adding a liner in, oh shoot, just got that everywhere, is that it can give the illusion of a more full lip, which is really nice. I am not interested in a lip filler at all. Some people do them and love them. Power to you if you do. I'm not interested in it. So I like to give something that's a little bit more full with a liner and not an injection. Then this is the Pillow Talk. It's just the prettiest color. So there's the two of those layered together. I absolutely love the two of these together. I like a matte lip. I don't necessarily love the way a gloss feels, but if you do want a little bit more shine, Fenty Beauty has some really fun glosses. This one I like because it's basically like 3 colors in one kind of mixed together. Let me see what the color is on this. Sugar Plum, and this is a really pretty color over the top of this. So sometimes if I'm going out or something, I'll do just a little over the top. Like that. And then it gives you that more glossy, kind of wet look if you prefer that. This part is honestly not exciting, so I'm gonna fly through it because I have world's most sensitive eyes. I have eyelid eczema, which is a whole ordeal all the time. And the only makeup that I can put on my eyes, I've tried lots of non-toxic clean beauty brands. The one that works for me that's hypoallergenic is Almay. This is drugstore makeup. This is just a simple eyeshadow palette from Walmart. But this is one of the only brands that does not make my eyes swollen and red and break out. So I just kind of work with it, take it for what it is. I am going to link the eye brush set from BK Beauty, which I think is amazing, but really any palette, I like to do more browns, kind of warm tones. Really any palette will work in that color range. I'm sure there are higher quality ones than this, but this is just what works for my eyes because they have been known to get very angry. I like to go in with a darker color with a more angled brush, just kind of right in the crease. I don't take a ton of time on my eyes. There are a lot of better creators out there that know more about eye makeup than I do. I just do what's simple and easy for every day that takes me 2 seconds to do in the morning. Sometimes if I'm feeling fancy, I'll go in with that kind of more highlight look, just right in the corner, something with a little bit of sparkle. For the sake of the video, we'll do that. Just gives it a little bit more of a sparkle right there and kind of brightness. Then I also use the Almay traditional eyeliner and their mascara. Again, this is not the highest quality mascara you can get. In fact, I don't even love the way that it looks on, but it is one of the only ones that doesn't make my eyes break out. And that is the eye makeup. That is the final makeup look. That's what I do every day. The only things I will add if I'm going out or if I'm gonna be in the sun a lot, this looks so weathered and worn because I've used the heck out of this. This is the Dibs setting spray. So sometimes, let me move my coffee out of the way. Sometimes I will use this, especially in the summertime. This has a little bit of a glow to it as well. Dibs is just like glow queen. Everything that they have gives a little bit of a glow, but this is really nice if you're gonna be out in an event or something and you want your makeup to last. The only other thing I'll mention is this little bronzer glow stick. This is really great. Sometimes I'll do it like on my collarbone. Sometimes you can do it on your cheeks as well. Even shoulders is kind of fun. And then this brush, it gives a little extra glow here as well. So if I am doing like an evening event or something where I'm gonna be wearing like a strapless dress, sometimes I will throw this on for a little added glow too. These are some other things that I add into my skincare on and off. So mostly I use the Medicube. I do use these. This is Innisfree brand. This is a like green tea, green tea hyaluronic cream. I use this as a moisturizer, sometimes in place of those. And then this is their retinol cream. I actually love, love, love this stuff. So if you want something with a little bit more active ingredient versus the collagen jelly cream, and those are kind of more moisturizer based, I would do this serum and then you can always add on the moisturizer or something. But this has PDRN, green tea, and retinol in it and is amazing. Then these are the masks I like to alternate. This is Peter Thomas Roth Gold Mask. This one feels amazing. It has caffeine in it as well. So this is a great one to do like on a weekend morning. If you have a little bit more time, you will have such a good glow after this on your skin, and it feels like silk going on. It feels really, really nice. And then this one is Gleamin'. This is another vitamin C mask, and it comes with this really cute little brush that's kind of satisfying to put on as well. This is more of like a mud mask kind of texture to it, so it goes on really thick. It doesn't take much, but this also will give you a really bright, clean look. So if you are in the thick of it, struggling with your skin, if you're going through cancer journey right now, a chemo journey, hold on, because things will get better. I seriously never dreamed that my skin would look like this, and I am basically just over a year out from my last chemo treatment. I really thought it was wrecked for life. So hold on and just be patient with it and try to incorporate some of these things that really your skin really loves and are healthy for it. And I know no one really likes to talk about this side of it, but eating clean and healthy and paying a lot of attention to my gut health has significantly improved my skin as well. Your skin is an organ, so it is showing when something is not right in your body, it will show up in your skin. So I tried to incorporate a lot more non-toxic, healthy eating. And I also just want to mention these little gummies. This is a Grüns multivitamin gummy, but they have super greens in them. If you're not someone who likes eating lots of vegetables, this is a great way to get some greens in. There's over, I think, 60 whole foods and vegetables in these, and they taste amazing. I've gotten my husband hooked on these and both of my kids. They have a kids version as well, and it's the first thing my kids ask for when they wake up. So this might be a good thing to add into your daily routine too. Alrighty, that's a wrap on skincare and makeup faves. I hope this has been helpful for y'all. I am not an expert in either of these, but I just wanted to share the things that have helped me on this journey, and I am grateful to be where I am. So I will link everything at those shopping tags or in the description, and I'll see you next time.